Hello all, welcome back on my YouTube channel. And today is 30th January and you are in my English newspaper reading section. So here I read newspaper for you. I suggest everyone that you should read a newspaper every day, and I am making video so you can also develop a reading habit, because the reading is very important to improve your English for any, if you want to improve your English in general matter, if you are preparing for any competitive exam in any aspect. So from and it is also Sunday, so on the Sunday session there will also be few important announcement I will make after this video. So please watch this whole video and then I will tell you what is special for you. In this today's newspaper, there is some important article. So I have chosen of the first article, which is about the spyware. Opposition's slains government, as report says India bought NSO spyware. So the opposition parties like Congress and other parties are blaming government that they have bought a spyware Pegasus uh, to know the information of other opposition leader, as well as the security persons and other people. So in this article we will read and we will try to understand what is it. So here center silent, but center is silent. Center has not replied anything on it. Congress calls purchase an act of treason. So Congress has said that the government has purchasing a spyware is not a good thing and it's an act of treason, like it's against the national interest and it's against the democratic value to raise issue in parliament session. And parliament session is also going to start from tomorrow. It's from it will be the budget session, so they will also raise this issue in the parliament. And now we will read that what leaders has said, like Congress MP Rahul Gandhi said that the government functionaries, opposition leaders, armed forces, judiciary, all were targeted by these phone tapping. This is treason. So Rahul Gandhi has said that either it's government functionary, either it's opposition leader, armed forces, judiciary, or they have tapped the phones of everyone, and it is against the nation. It is the treason. And Sasi Tharoor what he has said. The Supreme Court had pursued the matter, and I wish it well. If our government has used Pegasus in the manner alleged, it would be a very grave threat to our democracy. So now Sasi Tharoor is saying that our Supreme Court is looking into this matter, and if these allegations is true, then it's a seriously threat to our democracy, because the tapping of phones of someone is not a good thing, it's a treason. Spying on the election commission, political leaders, Supreme Court, and conducting sensitive investigation in a serious subversion of democracy, unacceptable. This government must go. So CPI, Communist Party of India, Marxist General Secretary Sitaram Yechury also said that if it is true and doing this type of spying is undemocratic and unacceptable, and then this government must go, this government must resign. So now we will read our article and we will try to understand this matter, or in a detail. A fresh political storm has erupted over a report in the New York Times that said the Indian government had purchased the Pegasus spyware from the NSO group of Israel in July 2017 to carry out targeted surveillance on citizens. So New York Times had published recently a news that Indian government had purchased the Pegasus spyware from the Israel's. There is an NSO group which has developed this spyware in July 2017, and were targeting citizens from the different aspect, from different fraternities like judiciary, armed forces, and all were targeting, and their phones were tapping. The investigative report said that, and that investigative report said the high-level visits by Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Benjamin Netanyahu, his Israeli counterpart at that time, and even a UN vote on a Palestinian organization were part of a large backroom deal. So this investigation has said that at that time, high-level visits made by Prime Minister Modi and then Benjamin Netanyahu and his Israeli counterpart, and even India made a UN-based vote in the favor of Israel against the Palestine. So it was happened because India and Israel had done a real in a backroom deal in 2017. The revelation just 2 days before the budget session of parliament have provided fresh ammunition to opposition parties to corner the government on the spy issue. So now this type of revelation has just came out 2 days before the budget session, and now it has given a new ammunition, new energy to opposition parties, new agenda to opposition parties to capture the government in the parliament. And on this spying issue, parliament misled. They attacked the government on Saturday. So the opposition leader has attacked the government on Saturday, accusing it of misleading. So it is a misleading parliament and the Supreme Court. So it is parliament and Supreme. They are misleading the government, parliament, and the Supreme Court. The Congress said that the alleged use of spyware on opposition leaders, Supreme Court judges, journalists, and activities was an act of treason. So Congress has said that using of this spyware is the act of treason. It is against the democratic value, and said the party would raise the issue in the budget session, and also said that they would raise this issue in the budget session, which is going to start from 1st February. In the report published on Friday, the New York Times, so this news was published on the Friday in the New York Times, said ties between Mr. Modi and Mr. Netanyahu had warmed because of their agreement for the sale of a package of sophisticated weapon and intelligence gear worth roughly $2 billion, Pegasus and a missile system as the centerpieces. So New York Times has said that India's relation with Modi and Netanyahu has won because India has done the 2 deals with them. One was about this uh, sophisticated weapon like its Pegasus spyware, and uh, the deal was of $2 billion, and also a missile system. So that's why the relationship of India and Israel is very high. All these are allegation of New York Times, links it to UN vote, and now New York Times also linked it to a UN vote. The New York Times did not develop sources for did not develop sources for the claim that India had bought the Pegasus system and did not respond to an email from the Hindu asking for any details used to. So now you can see that New York Times is not responding any email and details which were used by the Hindu. So currently we don't have any source to support this news, but New York Times has published it to verify the report. In their detailed investigation, the paper's reporters named several countries such as India, the UAE, Hungary, Poland, and Mexico on the list of those which had purchased the spying software, and said these countries had not just strengthened tie with the Netanyahu government but also shifted on support to Palestine and muted opposition to Israel at the UN. So there is not only the name of India, there is also the name of Hungary, Poland, Mexico, UAE, who has purchased this spyware, and now they have strengthened the tie with Israel in Netanyahu government. Now, and before this deal, they were most of the countries were supporting the Palestine, but now they have muted the opposition, and now their shift is toward the Israel side in the UN. In June 2019, India voted in support of Israel at the UN's Economic and Social Council to deny observer status to a Palestinian human rights organization, a first for the nation, the report said. So in 2019, India voted against the Palestinian human rights organization issue, and they denied the requirement of an observer. So after that, Syed Akbaruddin, India's ambassador to the UN at the time, however, denied the last claim. So now, Syed Akbaruddin, who was the ambassador of UN at that time, has denied all the claim regarding the vote. The vote was a decision taken by me locally as UN permanent representative in New York. So Syed Akbaruddin has said that the decision of voting is taken by him, and when he was a UN permanent representative, no one talked to me about it before or after, and no one asked him up to before it and after it. Now he is retired, said in response to a query from the Hindu, adding that the New York Times seems to have wrongly made an insinuation. And now he also claimed that New York Times seems have a wrongly made, like they are not correct in the fact and they are making a wrong information. No transactions. The government, including the ministries of Home Affairs and External Affairs, did not respond to the New York Times report. So, still, Home Ministry and External Affairs Ministry haven't responded yet. We are waiting for their response. In August 2021, after the original revelations of the extent of Pegasus spyware found on thousands of telephones worldwide. So in the 2021 in August, it was found about this spyware over the worldwide, and the online news publication like the Wire and the international news agencies has published this news. The Ministry of Defense had said in Parliament at that time. Ministry of Defense said in Parliament that they had not had any transaction with NSO Group Technologies. So at this time, ministry said that they did any transaction with NSO Group, which is Pegasus. So it indicated that at that time they denied the fact that we haven't bought anything from the NSO Group. So this, and if I talk about rest article, so you can find the page number 6, the rest article, but in this video I have read this important article because it is very important now. Okay, so now we will again go to our next important article, and it is the very heartwarming photo which is related to the beating retreat. So retrieving which happened every year on the 29th January, and 29th January which is the end of the Republic celebration. So you can see it is a north black, south black, and the south block. And in the first time history, it happened that they did a laser show here. So and the laser show and the drone show, you may watch its video available over the YouTube. So you can see that it's very fascinating now, taking the bow, the central vista during the beating the retreat ceremony, which marks the end of Republic Day celebration in New Delhi on Saturday. So it was the scene during the beating the retreat, and now